Hey players, welcome back for another video. Today I'll be going over everything we know so far on Madden 24. Now guys, stick around all the way towards the end of the video because there's some huge information that will really help you when playing this amazing game. So, let's hit the field, shall we? The first thing we'll be talking about is everything that is new and improved in Field Sense. Everything expands with the new contested catch tackle types, wraps and scoops for more control and variety on defense. Skill-based passing is improved with an overhauled catching system that makes receiving smoother, more authentic, and allows receivers to maintain speed and momentum when catching the ball in stride. And it's only available on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC versions. Last season, the response from players to the added control that Field Sense delivered in gameplay was extremely positive. The team continues to focus on the core player in Madden NFL 24, especially in three key areas: enhanced realism with the next evolution of Field Sense, smarter AI with dozens of improvements to foundational football, especially in opposing QB runs, blocking and pass coverage, and deeper immersion through the introduction of new SAPIEN technology and upgrades to game day emotion. Expanding on the new mid-air catch tackle system from Madden NFL 23, we can now branch to swats, catch tackles, and hit sticks in all contested catch simulations, not just jumping catches. Players now have more control to defend curl routes, slants, and streaks with a variety of realistic outcomes. The new Defender Advantage formula chooses tackles more dynamically based on the player's ratings, size, speed, and momentum, which results in removal of the concept of conservative tackle, which was A on Xbox and X on PlayStation, which is now warp tackle, and the outcomes are based on the tackle advantage algorithm. The smaller defenders will now take out the legs of the bigger ball carriers, big man wrap tackles that wrap and drive the ball carrier back, and all new scoop tackles are high impact form tackles that pick the ball carrier off the ground. The developers added and adjusted 1700 plus tackle animations to hit everything. Wow, amazing. The developers implemented the hit everything technology into blocking, enabling a new level of versatility for blockers. With the ability to chip block, enter and exit double teams on the fly, blockers can seamlessly navigate through defenders and blocking interactions, preventing blockers from getting stuck on ongoing interactions or having to retarget away from their intended targets when colliding with an adjacent defender. The developers also extended the stand-up tackle system from Madden 23 to the offensive, which now unlocks blockers' ability to join in on a gang tackle and push the pile forward. This happens contextually by AI-controlled blockers when in the proper position to push the ball carrier forward relative to the position of the pile-up. Madden 24 introduces an upgrade to the passing system, new jump and dive passes for players like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen to improvise when they need to get a clear passing lane. The developers added more no-look pass animations. On top of that, they improved our pass animation system for better visuals and targeting. They've also done more work with the pass accuracy percentages to reflect real NFL accuracy rates. They also modified the placement of slightly inaccurate passes so they aren't so far out of range and have a chance to be catchable with dives or tough catches. While rare, the dive pass can lead to exciting moments for top-tier stars like Patrick Mahomes. Players can attempt a dive pass when rolling out to the sideline and throwing short passes with a defender closely trailing. The team is able to tweak and tailor these throws to ensure they only happen in proper situations. Jump passes happen when standing in the pocket and throwing short with a defender in front of you. Madden 24 introduces a revamped catching system with hundreds of new animations designed to significantly reduce the frequency of missed catches and improve on areas like maintaining speed and momentum when catching the ball. This year, players will be able to hit a receiver in stride and maintain speed, more easily catch and get open across the middle, get the appropriate catch on a curl, or check down to a running back in the flats to get upfield faster. Dive catches are back in full force, so you can see players lay out for the ball when they can't otherwise make the catch. The best way to see dive catches in action is with freeform passing and leading the receiver to the border or just outside of the ellipse. Now I'll be talking about the new and improved, never seen before SAPIEN technology. Heading into Madden 24, the team implemented the new SAPIEN skeleton to make sure that the movement of the players on the field look and feel as real as possible. To achieve a new level of animation, fidelity, and smooth movement, they knew that the performance skeleton needed to be updated, so they built a brand new skeleton from the ground up, delivering authenticity and ensuring the animations are true to life. The SAPIEN skeleton ensures all the player models in NFL athlete data now performs fluidly once mapped. This scan data served as the basis for the unique in-game character models. In Madden 24, they applied this scan data to the SAPIEN skeleton, and the results were fantastic. Not only do all the new animations look great, but thousands of old animations were instantly upgraded. The result is that animations became more fluidly for the players, especially in the run game. Visually, the characters' bodies look much more realistic, especially in motion. Keep your eye on ankle and wrist joints, which are especially improved. Across multiple body types, you can really notice these improvements. The heavy type players like Trent Williams or Leonard Williams look incredible with their unique combination of size and athleticism. Plus, there's another great thing about the SAPIEN skeleton. It's not just limited to NFL athletes. They've optimized it to work for non-players like coaching, fans, and even female characters. This allows them to respond to fan feedback and bring back the officiating crew to the on-field experience in Madden 24. The crew consists of 7 officials, both male and female, and they all perform using the same SAPIEN skeleton. Now I'll be talking about the foundation of football. The new AI system is built on counting defenders in the box and then matching up with each available blocker based on the blocking scheme, which means the most dangerous defenders to the desired point of attack will be accounted for 4 players further away, making it more difficult to manipulate blocking behavior and exploit defensive setups. The developers overhauled open field blocking by asking blockers in the open field to do less. This new AI system filters targets to give open field blockers less players to account for, and ultimately has them commit to a single target sooner in the play and stay focused on making their block. This allows you as the ball carrier to confidently anticipate where they are going and make decisions without any unwelcome surprises. Elite blockers will stand out more. Highly rated blockers will be much more likely to throw dominating blocks when matched up with smaller defenders. Be cautious when using sub-defense formations with more DBs on the field to stop the run with these elite blockers in action. Madden 24 makes some big strides in pass coverage. They added new DB movement types called read steps. These are slower back pedals that allow them to evaluate the routes and attack the short pass game, while also looking more authentic and athletic in their movement. Slants and short crossers have a higher chance of breakups or interceptions. They added crossover movement that allows the DBs to move at high speeds and still see the ball to make a play on it. Users also have the ability to control whether they strafe, crossover, or sprint. Based on player feedback, the team worked to eliminate cases where psychic DBs would sometimes break on balls they couldn't see. Now, defenders need to see the ball to break on it. This was common in man coverage and has been redone to be more realistic. The development team called the see ball, play ball. Lastly, the development team tuned zone defender break time so that the defenders can shut down passes made into their zone by intercepting, swatting with more contextuality appropriate animations, or be in position to land a big catch tackle to knock the ball out. On Xbox, to strafe is LT, to crossover is LT RT, and to sprint is RT. On PlayStation, to strafe is L2, crossover is L2 R2, and sprint is R2. The run defense AI will now have the ability to read repeated plays ran by the offense and react in a more realistic manner. Wow, finally. I used to abuse one play in Madden 23 and they could do nothing about it, so I'm glad they added this feature. Defenses will start to key in on these repetitive offensive run plays. If a team is running the same play out of the same formation, that is a tell to the defense. Once the defense keys in on this, defenders will play their run fit and start hitting their gap as soon as the ball is snapped. This will not apply on a play action run. How quickly defenders begin to adjust will be dictated by the skill level the user is playing on. On rookie difficulty, it may take the defense more time to catch on and predict what play is coming compared to their all Madden difficulty, where the defense may only need one play before they make effective adjustments. Your players and ratings are still a huge factor here. An example of this would be that a defensive lineman with lower block shed and strength ratings will still be outmatched by an offensive lineman with higher blocking ratings, resulting in still having a better chance at protecting the ball carrier in the run game. The difference here is that the defense will not make the same mistakes as the offense runs what they have seen consistently. All of this will result in a more authentic experience as the defense responds, just like how their real-life counterparts would. AI quarterback logic has been completely overhauled to make the opposing QBs play like their real-life counterparts, as well as making it a real challenge to compete against. All quarterbacks now use skill-based passing, but new decision-making traits realistically determine how each QB leverages it. Historically, QBs only had 3 pass lead points to choose from. Now there are 12 possible lead points a QB will evaluate to make the big play. Lead a seam vertical inside against cover 3 drop, lead an outside streak up the sideline between the flat and safety against cover 2, and the conservative trait will throw to partially cover receivers if it's a star wide receiver they're throwing down multiple possessions or a receiver who isn't far downfield. They also may throw shorts off the sticks or check down in third and long situations. Example is Kirk Cousins. This archetype knows exactly when to try and fit a tight window, which is the ideal trait. Tailored logic for if the wide receiver is in the end zone, they're backed up on their own side of the field, or if they are up multiple possessions. Example, Patrick Mahomes. The aggressive trait. These gunslingers are going to push the ball in ways that haven't been seen before, just like real life. This also means they might try to force a pass even if they shouldn't. Example is Josh Allen. Plus, all QBs now use the new pathfinding technology covered in the ball carrier AI section below for evading pressure and in the open field. This means mobile QBs like Justin Fields are more true to life than ever before. Alert logic. This is a new concept where if the CPU has a run play called, but the defense has the box loaded, the AI might audible to a pass in appropriate game scenarios. They may also change to a pass play against a weak box. For players who like to repeatedly call the same play type, you'll see the AI audible against zone or hot route versus main coverage, and odds are driven by awareness ratings, game difficulty, and quarter length. New logic for QBs to speed up their progressions and low throw if it's a tight window on plays such as quick slant or RPO. When a shot play or goal line fade is dialed up, QBs will be using a new throw location to get the ball to their playmakers. Fumble recoveries have been improved with hundreds of new fumble recovery animations, more realistic reaction times based, and the addition of city versus country fumble AI. City fumbles are crowded pileups where people will dive on the ball to gain possession versus country fumbles, or where players can look to scoop and score. Players can also recover the ball from the ground, so you'll now see cases where players can dive and miss, or get tackled and then get that ball from the ground. Country fumbles are fumbles that have a live ball in an unpopulated area so that the recovering player can scoop it up and run with it. They also improved the tip ball physics and reaction times. They also added new special team formations and overhauled onside kicks to get more realistic ball physics and recoveries. They implemented frostbite navigation grid capabilities for better assessment of the playing field and threats, resulting in more appropriate ball carrier movements through the chaos of the play and a better ability to run to green grass, making smart cutbacks at the line of scrimmage and avoiding the sideline. Logical improvements to decision making when special moves are appropriate for the specific ball carrier, making AI ball carrier plays to their strengths more efficiently. To top off the AI ball carrier improvements, they can now take advantage of the 360 cuts feature to methodically plant a foot and hit the run gaps. For Madden NFL 24, they added 70 plus new offensive formations that contain over 500 new plays across all 32 NFL team playbooks to bring more variety and identity. You'll find formations and plays that are not only authentic to each NFL team's offensive scheme, but also unique components to every NFL team's offensive playbook, specifically tailored to take advantage of all of the gameplay improvements we have shared today. NFL players are coming to life between the whistles in Madden NFL 24 by overhauling the post-play engine and adding thousands of new animations. You'll notice every player on their field reacting to the play in a true-to-life manner. Did your cornerback give up a crucial catch on the 4th down? Expect to see the opposing receiver let you know that he's got that first down, while your cornerback shows frustration and disbelief during the post-play. Whether they are tossing the ball back to the referee after a short gain, talking some trash to their opponent on the way back to the huddle, or teammates organically joining in on the touchdown celebration, you'll feel the energy and emotion in every moment. Now I'll be talking about everything that is updated in Madden 24's franchise mode. One of the most requested franchise features is back and coming to Madden NFL 24 with the return of training camp to franchise mode. This integration of minigames will feel familiar and fresh to franchise veterans and newcomers alike. At the beginning of each season, training camp will give you the opportunity to improve your roster by running some of your players through a series of minigames. In the Madden 24 beta, they included every minigame in training camp, knowing that they would optimize the list based on player feedback and sentiment they received. The reasoning behind this was to ensure that training camp remained a fun and worthwhile experience, but also something that didn't take an extensive amount of time before being able to start your season. At launch, training camp will consist of the following minigames: target passing, which is for quarterbacks; pass skeleton, which is outmanned quarterbacks; rushing attack, which is halfbacks and fullbacks; wide receiver battle, which is wide receivers and tight ends; wide receiver battle red zone attack, which is wide receivers and tight ends; trench battle, which is the long haul; defensive line and linebackers; chase and tackle, which is linebackers; DB battle, which is defensive backs; DB battle red zone defense, which is defensive backs; field goal accuracy, which is kickers; and coffin corner, which is punters. Inside training camp, the process is simple. First, choose your minigame. Minigames are available for every position on your roster with the exception of the offensive line, and the minigame selected will determine which players on your roster are eligible to play. From there, you can choose any eligible player, but choose wisely as each minigame can only be completed once, and a player is only allowed to complete one minigame in training camp. Once inside the minigame, your success dictates your gains as you try to earn a bronze, silver, or gold medal with varying awards based on which medal you achieve. The rewards can come in all different forms, including skill points, which allow you to upgrade your player. You're not obligated to participate in training camp. If you only play a few or none of the minigames, the unplayed will be simulated with a random weighted chance of either gold, silver, or bronze in the same fashion that is done for the CPU. In addition to training camp, minigames have also been implemented into the weekly strategy loop. Each week, after selecting your offensive and defensive game plans, each of your focus players, except offensive linemen, will have the opportunity to play through one minigame. All 26 minigames will be available, but each focus player will be limited to playing the minigames they are eligible for. Also, because this is a weekly task, the rewards will be much lower than in training camp, and it is essential to use a modifier for that player's bonus focus XP. Minigames in franchise will play a bit differently than the minigames in the front end. This is because in franchise, players will use their true ratings with a few exceptions. They've also adjusted the medal thresholds to account for this. Now I'll be talking about the trades. Following the barrage of blockbuster trades over the last couple of seasons, they knew that the trade system required a much needed overhaul. Quite simply, the previous system just flat out couldn't replicate the trades NFL teams are making, and in Madden NFL 24, head coaches, coordinators, and player personnel now feature 3 full talent trees. With new trees came a new emphasis, choice. Most trees are now set up with A and B pathing, where once selected, you will no longer be able to purchase talents on the other side of the tree. These paths are geared toward a more dynamic within a given playstyle or other themes to make every choice clear. Achieve greatness in your NFL career with your customizable avatar and progress from draft picks to 99 overall as you build your legacy across a variety of positions. Superstar modes available on PS5, Xbox Series S and X, as well as PC. Now we're talking about all the new updates and features in Madden Ultimate Team. Last year, Madden Ultimate Team had more programs than ever, continuing all the way up to the release of Madden 24. With new programs like Mold Breakers, missions, and Game Changers, they aim to keep the experience interesting and fresh all year long. This year, the team is planning 7 full seasons of Ultimate Team, which will enable the development team to have even more new and exciting programs coming in the post-Super Bowl half of the year. Over the course of the year, Madden Ultimate Team puts a lot of new players, programs, and challenges out. For new players, it can become a little difficult to know exactly what is new or where to focus. With the Live Events Hub, players will now be able to access all components for a program in a single place. Solo challenges, sets, house rules, and even store items can all be accessed from the Live Event Hub. With Madden 24, the developers have implemented a new and improved tutorial system to help players learn the deeper areas of Madden Ultimate Team. This brief tutorial will allow you to better understand the process of making your Ultimate Team. This system will allow the developers to introduce new mechanics or programs throughout the year. You will be able to view any player's item. You will be able to view any player items, abilities, AP cost of abilities, and the global usage of any player available in Ultimate Team. The development team is happy to introduce crossplay to Madden Ultimate Team. Players will now be able to challenge their friends across PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, and PC to finally determine who in fact has the Ultimate Team. Great guys, because I've been waiting for this one. As the gameplay experiences continue to diverge between game generations, it is no longer feasible to have a Madden Ultimate Team economy that is shared across console generations. Separating the economies will allow the developers to include new features like crossplay into Madden Ultimate Team. In Madden 24, the starting overall for champions at launch will be 87 overall. This change will give the developers more ability to ensure that the player meta stays fresh and exciting. Madden 24 launches worldwide on August 18, 2023. Pre-order the Madden 24 Deluxe Edition and play early. Conditions and restrictions apply. Guys, if I would have kept on going, this video would be like an hour 30 minutes. So I'm gonna stop it right here. But if you still want to know more and this information isn't enough, I'll leave the first link in the description, the official website for Madden 24, so that you can learn even more and be ready for launch. So players, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment if you are excited for Madden 24 and if all the information helped you out. And share to all your friends out there who are excited for Madden 24 but don't know much about it yet, because this video will really help them out. And subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the field ready for the touchdown. Peace out.